I'm someone that's literally obsessed with abstract profundity or profound abstraction. Like things that are abstract and profound, they just suck me in. like a toilet sucks water. Might not be a beautiful analogy, but that's how it felt. It feels. Whenever I come across something that is that profound and abstract, these are just accurate words to describe this, so I have to keep using them. I just can't help but try I just get so intrigued that I can't possibly put it down. I came across a short video talking about extroverted intuitive and introverted intuitive, which are two personality psychoanalysis terms, Jungian psychoanalysis terms, when it comes to intuition. And my type is extroverted intuition, meaning I use my intuition in the world, actual world. Like I try to feel which way to go, which is the right way to go, what is the right thing to do, what is the right, extroverted intuition. So where was I? I just stopped recording and went to eat and cook. Okay, I came across this short video, and then that person was saying, Jung, basically himself, Carl Jung was talking about introverted intuition. I got so intrigued because I had never heard of it, and it sounds so profound. I was sucked in. I want to know this. So immediately I opened ChatGPT, and then I asked about this, and they say, like, INFPs are extroverted intuition, which is using intuition in the external world, connecting ideas, and like feeling which is the right way to go. Internal intuition is like started giving me these examples which I don't resonate with. I'm more like this, to be fair. Yeah, why do I feel more inclined? Like I resonate more with this than the future. What I feel about my future is, well, there are many possibilities, but there is this one thing that's there that's no matter what it turns out to be, it will be a result of that one. I guess this is really abstract. It's just a very strong feeling about what my mission is. Yeah, a central purpose line of my life. When it comes to this, I don't like multiple possibilities because I want the truth to be steady, to be universal. Not that, okay, can be this truth with this, like I can be feeling this way. I don't know. When you see signs, when you try to explain signs, it's an internal introverted intuition. Maybe I'm just both. A tunnel moving inward toward one point of light. In fact, I might be just both. Can't I be both? I never say the last three things. There's so many ways. What if it means this instead? I mean, I would, but just, it's not like dominant. You can say it is tunnel vision. I know what I'm speaking about is just so abstract. I don't even know how to organize my words. Yeah, this is what I do all the time, isn't it? But I am an INFP. Is it wrong? I get tested INFP every single time I did tests on all different websites, different numbers of questions across the years. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, INFP. In fact, leaping from one idea to another. Well, that's what I do as well. Maybe I'm just 50-50, which is rare. because ChatGPT told me you gotta be dominant in one or another. It's not common that you have both. You're either this or that. You're either this and you're either you are one of the two, and the other one would be unconscious. If you're extrovertedly intuitive, then that is your conscious and dominant way of exploring. But if you, which would mean that your introverted intuition is unconsciously used, not consciously used like I use it. Oh yeah, not a dogma, definitely not, but not like symbolic. Yes, exactly. A unified, like a force. Not, I don't want to intellectualize that. Because if you put into words, it's no longer that way. You're nailing it down, which is not what you can do about that, because that is in everything, in every way. You can use all kind of words to describe it, but that the unchanging, or I don't even want to use these words, but I guess that's just how it feels like. Introverted intuition is just so abstract. You can only feel it, like understand it on a literally intuitive level, but not expressed in words. As I was watching that short video, Carl Jung said, people that are introvertedly intuitive, they don't express what they feel because nobody would understand, and it would make them. They aren't fools. Well, what I do is I believe this is what everybody feels. What I know, the ultimate is what everybody feels. Because it is the ultimate. It is the one that connects all. That underlies. It's like the gentle hand that's holding all of our butts. That gentle, warm hand. Imagine you're a small baby. And when you're held, is this giant, your parents' giant, warm, and thick, large hand holding your butt, holding you up from underneath, and that feels very steady, safe, warm. Oh my god, I love being me so much. I'm so scared of saying this because I'm afraid that people would say, "Hey, you're bloating. You're being so narcissistic. You're just being narcissistic." But I really love being myself. It's so good. I love being profound. I love profound people, and so I love being one of them. I love being abstract. I love it. And I love how I can, I don't know, I feel like a kaleidoscope or what. I don't know, no. I feel like this specific type of telescope, like that thing that you use to to press against your eyes to see through. I'm like that thing, but not to see further, but to see more profoundly. You know what I mean? Not to see physically further, but to see dimensionally profound. I don't like to use the word dimension, still a physical word. But to see literally profoundly into things. I have to be both, because if you say I'm one of these, that doesn't resonate with me. Like, I'm not someone that always just sticks to the tunnel fashion clarity, like intuitive, introverted intuition. I love possibilities. I love this feeling of possibilities. I just can't go without them. I don't settle with finding the ultimate truth. But the whole of it, how it has turned into the whole world, the whole existence itself, and how it's infinitely potential, or I don't like to use the word potential again, because it feels like it's just a cold, harsh word, like a word without emotional warmth. That's how I would describe it. It doesn't feel warm. The possibilities would be, or just different colors, infinite colors. Like this one singular thing that I am bound to locate somehow. And how is literally infinite. Like, I love being me so much. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I already knew when ChatGPT gave an example of extroverted intuition. I already knew that wasn't a whole of me. I resonate with it, but not completely. I already knew, like, it's not all about me. Like, extroverted intuition is being intuitive in the external world, with ideas or with just life paths, with, when I walk down a path to decide which to go right or left, I feel through it. That is extroverted intuition, but I just know that's not all of it. And I think introverted intuition is like epiphanies, right? And I get that all the time. And I enjoy this. I don't like to go down to truth through exploring ideas, like, which is pretty much a logical way. Like, you explore different ideas, or not like logically, but this process itself is very logical, right? Not that the content of the process is logic based. It's like I do explore ideas. What if it's this? What if in fact, when it comes to the most profound things, I don't go through that. Not at all, because I don't think that's the right way. Because the most ultimate truths, again, are felt directly, not emotionally, but intuitively felt. So I don't like to jump by exploring ideas, but by directly, literally allowing epiphanies to, again, using that word again, dawn on me. I can never pronounce this word correctly. I've seen I read the pronunciation, but it's like, I remember that when I learned this word, it was pronounced as dawn, not dawn, which is what I recently read, dawn. So I'm just confused, dawn. Maybe it's British dawn, American dawn, but dawn, I've never heard of dawn. Not important. Oh yeah, that's what I do. Like when I decide what to do next, I would think about all the possibilities. I can play a video game, I can go out and have a walk, I can do this and then that, and then which one feels the best for me. Yeah, that's what it means here, emotional resonance. And I do that just as well. Like I don't, like when I think about what to do next, I don't necessarily have to list all the things. Sometimes I don't need to. I just feel immediately I know what to do. I just feel through this feeling that's already in me. Like it's not an emotion, it's just a feeling. And I would know what to do next. Or the idea would pop up. I don't have to necessarily go through all the options and find the one that resonates with me emotionally. Sometimes I do it, but I just feel, I guess it's just more, I'm more intrigued by this second one. I just feel it's a more aligned way. Oh yeah, that's what I do. Yes, not curiosity. I want the ultimate answer of what I need to do, what's next now. Not exploring different possibilities. Well, I am really literally more intrigued by the second one. The first one, now that I don't do it at all, I do it. Maybe often. Like when I decide what to eat, when it's not really important, right? When it's not really important. Like when I have to choose different clothes, which one to buy, I would just in my mind try them on one by one, right? But if it's something really important, then I would feel through it. Like I'm gonna feel which is the best option rather than trying one by one. Because I believe in this inner knowing that is literally more intimate to everyone. Not you, everyone can do it. And I so agree that this is just really something beyond verbalization. You can't verbalize it. You don't want to. I don't want to. And that's literally what I have been talking about in my newest series. Let's call it podcast series because I'm not really making videos. It's all just audio. Even if it's a YouTube channel. First one, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Not just symbolic, even skips the symbolism, just direct insights, just some feelings, that you can't, that's beyond before verbalization or the intellect. Yes, that's true. There's a destiny. Everybody has it. But also this destiny has infinite possibility, not infinite, maybe not literally infinite, but many possibilities. It's not like you gotta do this. This thing can just flower in many different flowers. Oh yeah, that's true. I prefer to go deep with one if it's something important. I feel through. It doesn't have to be just one. It totally depends on what I feel. I often sense what people really mean beneath the words. I guess I tend to do that. But it's just not something I'm very conscious about. Yeah, I literally read behind their lines of what do they really mean, but I don't really consciously do it. Just sometimes it automatically happens. I'm most alive when truth clicks into place and feels inevitable. In fact, I am most alive, I don't know, in both ways. I enjoy this feeling of possibilities. I absolutely loves it. But I loves it. That's what I said. Great that I still make this kind of grammatical mistakes at this stage of my English learning. It's just funny. I still loves it. I loves it. Like what a dog would say, I loves her. Well, this I don't know. I'm not sure what it means here. Brainstorm ideas for fun. Well, I think I really don't do that very often. Well, but I do it for fun. Not that I don't do it at all. I do it for fun. Just it's not something that I know that I so identify with. I get excited by new ideas. Well, yeah, I get excited by new ideas. I love new ideas. I love new things. I think I feel more alive. Yeah, I just feel more alive just by just reading these new ideas, new possibilities, like new things, like non-cliches. I just hate cliches. When some very original ideas come up, I so love it. I feel more alive that way, yes. I love seeing multiple perspectives and combining them. I'm not sure if that's what I consciously do. Yes, I am. I can't say most alive anymore, but I am. I love that. I love that. I love that. And when I do that, literally, it's like fireworks. Boom, boom, boom. And it feels literally like you are just flying. I feel very, very alive. I don't want to say most alive. But super alive, yes, super alive. I can link anything to everything. Well, yes, I do that. I see how everything's connected. All things are all connected. I see that all the time. And I love it. It feels so good. I explore endless even when I only explore when I need an answer. Okay? Not that when I don't need an answer. I don't explore meaninglessly. I always explore Well, actually, sometimes I do explore, like, just randomly. Because, like, when I'm just walking or doing something, like, things, like, different thoughts would come up in my mind, and I would just think them. I think I do that, yeah. When I talk, for example, when I film a long video, I literally just pops like firework, like a quantum firework from one to another. I literally love doing that. This feels so good. I just feel I am more on an INFP, okay? Because I don't know, INFP, this word is, it just feels, again, it feels more alive. But I guess this is an IFJ thing, that it feels, I don't know, it just feels, I don't know if it's an emotional resonance or it's an intuitive resonance. How do I tell between these two? I know how to tell. I don't know, I think this is both. I'm going through both, and intuitive and, well, intuition is a big thing for me. I'm not split. Maybe that's why. Maybe this is the exact reason why only 70% of the descriptions of INFPs that I read online perfectly, 1000% match with me. But there's a 30% of it I don't resonate with at all. Like, they would say INFPs are people that are that are look like softies, and they are like kind, nice to you. They like harmony, they don't like conflicts. But for me, like, values are more important than anything else. But I guess that's for INFPs as well. I don't know, I really don't. It really doesn't matter. What this makes me feel is like INFJ or NI people feel very dull. Like, kind of dull. I feel that energy. And that is just not enough for me. I gotta have ideas, the fireworks, the aliveness, the jumping, the colors, especially the colors, the sparks. But I also have this very profound, I can say, dull side that's very single colored. Profoundity is just this color that is profound darkness, profound black, dark black. There's no color that's a dark black. They're just black. And I resonate with that as well. Like I would go there, I would visit there, and I come from there. That's the most profound part. In fact, I don't like to say that. I don't like to think about. It definitely, this and I'm almost definitely are not foreign to me. I just think, really, there's not a dominant side here, not at all for me. I just have both equally strongly resonating, just so equally. I cannot have just an E, and I can't just have an I cannot just resonate more with either. I guess my joy is in expansion, but I also enjoy having deep, abstract, intuitive conversations. Well, I need the conclusion. I'm seeking the conclusion all the time. The journey, the meaning of the journey is the conclusion. Literally both. This side is not my thoughts, but the intuition, the thoughtless, the intellect state. Definitely B. Why can't I just be, literally, I can be both, like what ChatGPT is always super cautious. It wouldn't be so determined to choose one. Normally, what ChatGPT does is it always just tells you both are right, both. But here, it's so determined to help to just come to one conclusion. Like it's either this or that. Even when it said split, it still says it might be. It still is trying to choose just one. I'm not INFJ. Because what do I know? I know J people are very organized. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. My room is not. My place is not organized. Ah. When I'm alone, when I'm not performing, what if I am trying to figure things out all the time? I'm someone that tries to figure things out all the time in my mind. You say, when I'm not doing that, what if trying to figure things out is just a part of me when I'm not doing anything? When I'm just existing and noticing. When I'm just existing and noticing. Well, that really depends on, again, where my focus goes. Like, when I'm just existing and noticing, then I guess I'm INFP again. When I'm just relaxing, not have any heavy, profound thoughts, yeah, I'm INFP. I love being an INFP. I've been identified as an INFP since I was 16, so I'm most familiar with it. Literally both. Literally both. Both. Feel at home. What I feel is, what did it say about? The soul of NE is NI for me, and the meaning of NI is NE. They can't be without the other. I can't be without. I literally can't be without any of either. Maybe this feels more alive. This just makes me feel more alive. This is where I feel the most aliveness when I'm just talking, chit-chatting. I am fully an INFP. But when I'm trying to explore the deepest truth, I am literally fully using. At least I try to do it very consciously. Doing introverted intuition, which is, now I know, epiphanies are just what intuition is. It's inner knowing that is beyond words. Misunderstanding? Really? Which is great, because that's what I've read on the internet all the time. They say J people is like they're organized. I wish I was a J person, and P people were just messy and blah blah blah. That's good. That's just a misunderstanding. It's so good, so good. Now there's just more openness to this. Okay. I do like when things are open like with an open hand. Not when it comes to movies. No, I want the movies to all have a happy end. That is sure. That is certain. When it comes to just life, I like that. The sparks of openness. I love the word openness. I love it. It's like my breath. It's in my blood. Wants closure in the outer world. Well, I want openness in the outer. I do want openness in the outer world. And this is my inner world. And this is also my inner world when it comes to, literally, when it comes to people. I do it. I didn't know this was an INFP thing. I do that. I'm so incredibly judgmental based on my values. I look at people and I literally judge them harshly. If they're superficial, I just hate them. Now when I perceive people, I don't perceive people this way, no. I perceive people this way, and I try to not do it because I don't want to be judgmental. Because I don't want to hate people, you know? I want to be able to just have deep connections with everyone. Like, I'm trying to use, I guess, NI here, combined with feelings when it comes to people. May seem messy. Okay, now I understood. Finally, somebody, literally, whenever I see this J, I just feel, okay, this is an organized person. J means organized. P is a messy room. May seem messy. They're just the same, literally meaning the same things here. May seem messy, may seem spontaneous. Spontaneous is kind of messy, like unorganized, no plan, but very strong internal structure values. I don't like words like structure. I don't like words without emotional warmth. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic to know. Jesus, that's so good. That's so good. That feels so good. Oh my God. So great. I love being me, just me. It's so good. Everybody should buy a ticket to experience what it's like to be me. I don't know if everybody would enjoy it, but I certainly do. And I don't need to buy a ticket. I'm on a ride. It's a permanent ride. I just feel like everybody else is more dull than me. Either more dull than me or less profound than me. So I'm not interested in like what it's like to be a different person. Actually, I am, because I am really curious. I want to know what it's like to be a different person, but I just have this feeling like it's just not going to be as good. But I'm super curious. I want to know what it's like to be a different person. Because there are people that are as alive as me, they just aren't as profound. Or people are as profound as me or just aren't as alive. That can be totally my stereotyping. That's just my literally it's just a I don't know. I don't want to say intuition because it's not a positive intuition. Intuitions are always positive conclusions about people. If I'm being negative about people, it's not intuition. It's like a stereotype. It's projection. I also have dull side, and yes, I can also be shallow. Well, I guess I'm often shallow, maybe. That's why I just jump to conclusions that people are shallow. That is a shallow conclusion itself. But again, I don't like to judge myself. The last thing I want to do is to judge myself. Even though I know I do it, like, the reason why I want to stop judging people is so that I can stop judging myself. Because nobody judges other people without judging themselves. At least that's my experience. There's nothing that I judge about others I don't judge about myself. Like, there's no double standards here. Well, maybe some things that are not so deep, a little shallower level of things, I allow double standards. Like, I can be harsher to others. But the value level things, no double standard. Like, the word shallow is a very strong word for me. So the same standards I use to judge others, I use them to judge myself. And I can't help but do it. Like, it's an automatic thing. And I wanted to stop because I want to stop judging. I want to just live in peace and have peace with everyone. Just have connection, because that just stops me from connecting, right? Both to myself and others. And if I judge people all the time, and the thing is, most people in the world are just really, at least most people in my world, most people that I have met so far, or everybody that I've met so far, just feel less profound or less abstract. Like, they just focus more concretely, fixated, not flowing, not open. So I judge them, and then I see that and I focus on that, and then I just don't want to connect with this person, or just feel like we can't connect, and then boom, I just lonely again. And I don't want that to keep happening. Because the most important thing is connection, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. I ask the universe for help. Oh, I love being me. I love being me. I love being me. I am so adorable. When I'm not judging myself, I am adorable to me. Extremely. In this sense, I'm definitely not INFJ. I am more internally focused, more self-absorbed. I value inner peace more, like inner harmony, much more than outer harmony. That doesn't mean that I don't value outer harmony. I value outer harmony just as well. Actually, profoundly, I value outer harmony. But I value inner harmony. And I cannot stand inner disharmony more than I can't stand outer harmony. Outer disharmony. Yeah, I am definitely an INFP in this sense. I just happen to have a very, very developed NI as well. Oh, definitely, I tolerate social awkwardness. As long as I'm staying true to my... Absolutely. That's what happens. Absolutely true. And I believe everybody should do the same. Like, everyone should be first themselves, be fully themselves. Respecting that, honoring that more than honoring, like, keeping things in peace. Like, I think that's just temporary. You gotta be yourself first, or at last you gotta be yourself. If you try to keep peace with other people, you prioritize them more than you staying true. It just doesn't. It's not right, because then that kind of peace is by nature temporary peace. Like, you have to compromise your authenticity in order to keep an outer peace. That's just, I'd call it superficial peace. Even if your desire for the harmony among people is profound, definitely profound and genuine, but that kind of harmony is, again, just not itself, is not profound, and you wouldn't want that either. What you want is everybody having peace. Not that everybody having peace except for you, or maybe for you, your peace. Like, outer harmony is just more important than you staying true to yourself. Is that actually true for anyone at all? How can someone feel it's okay to compromise their own authenticity? Or maybe their own authenticity is just tied to outer harmony. I think maybe that's what it is. Not separated, but tied. Like you cannot feel, I don't know how that works. That is just so cool. That is another cool thing about me. Sorry, I just gotta say this. You can hate me. I just love appreciating myself genuinely. Like, I genuinely appreciate myself, my profundity, my just the structure of me. Oh, I love it so much, the instrument of me. This role of me, or whatever it is, this perspective, just me. It feels so good. When I'm not judging myself, I'm judging myself right now. There's a little voice saying, you're being a narcissistic, stop doing that, you're boasting. But I want to say it. Shut up. Okay, what's sick? What's sick? Sick is not appreciating yourself is sick. Sick is not liking yourself is sick. I don't like myself. I want to be more like something that is not me. I want to be more this. I want to be more that. I don't like what I am. That is more sick than saying, I love being me. What? But I'm so scared. I'm so scared. People say you are so narcissistic. Oh God. Let them say it. They gotta speak their truth. I gotta speak mine. I love being me. I love being me. I love being me. I'm gonna say it more often enough that I won't feel scared anymore when I say it. I mean, I'm not scared of saying it. I'm scared of judgments from other people. I so enjoy being me. I really feel like God is lucky to see the world through my eyes. I've said it many times. And I think if you don't feel the same, if you don't want to say the same about yourself, you gotta fix some things about you. You're not standing in your own power. You're not celebrating you, uniquely you. If you're saying, if you, and that is not humility, that is unworthiness. Not that I don't have a problem with unworthiness, I do as well, but not in this specific aspect of my life. I have with other aspects of my life, but this specific aspect of my life, it's like an objective appreciation. I look at myself from an objective point of view and I say, I love this. I love this being me. I love this. It's fantastic. It's not like because it's me, so I like it, but because it's this, and I happen to be this, so I like it. So it's more of a objective point of view. Like I love profound people. I love abstract people. I love poetic people. I love artistic. I happen to be all of these. I just happen to be all of these. I find myself, oh, I happen to be all of these. That's fantastic. Not that I like me first, okay. I like me, so anything I am, I like it. It's not that, but I happen to be everything that I like. So this is like a little shallower than true self-love. True self-love is unconditional. I just love whatever I am. I can be this, I can be that. Doesn't matter. I love me first. Me first. That's self-love. What I'm doing is just self-appreciation, just a little less than self-love. It's conditional, I guess, because I am this, and that. That's what I love about me. I love that. I love these rather than I love me. I just happen to be these. Oh, which is sad. I want to love me unconditionally. Help me, universe. I want to love me unconditionally. I want to love me even when I'm not profound, even when I'm shallow. If I am profound, then I am definitely shallow, because that exists two opposites always. In all situations exist equally in everybody. That's one point that I had explored before in a previous video, in a previous series. I think it's within the Unconditional Compassion playlist. If you're interested, have a look. I explored that playlist. I think I developed that playlist based on my NE extroverted intuition way of exploring, because, or maybe both, but dominantly that. So I can't strongly I don't know. You can see. And I love being unique, to be fair. I love being special. But all these just feel, I guess, shallow, because again, it's just conditions on. I don't know what to say. I'm just really scared of being judged. Maybe not by others, but by myself. by saying I love me so much, and it just feels you shouldn't say this. A little voice says you shouldn't say this. You should be ashamed. How can you be so self-boasting? How can you be this? It's a narcissistic. That is narcissistic. And I know it's not, but I'm just so scared of people to say this. But nobody in the whole world ever called me a narcissist. Nobody ever said I'm selfish. Just me and my mother. Maybe that's where it comes from. She is literally the only person ever said I'm selfish. Yeah. Over and over and over again. Oh my God. Nobody else, not a second person, second voice, ever said that. Ever. Not even behind my back. Just me and my mother. Or just my mother. Now she's speaking through me now. And I project onto other people. So I fear that other people would say that I'm selfish. But what I'm fearing is just this voice. Internalized mother's voice. I mean, she said that not to abuse me, but she genuinely felt that way. I think it's because she is selfish. That's why she would find me selfish. Only selfish people find other people selfish. That is just a rule. And I wouldn't say she's selfish. The thing is, I don't find her selfish. Like, she cared for me and she worked for me. I mean, she's still alive, by the way. I'm using past tense because, well, I don't live with her anymore. And yeah, and she did all this in the past. Universe, please help me break this. I don't want to have that voice speaking in me anymore. Next time when I say I love being me, I want to feel fully supported by every part of myself, okay? I hate this little sound, this voice. Little feeling, not even a voice. It's not even verbalized. It's just there, a feeling. That's fear. Fear of being caught selfish. Even though I had never been caught selfish. I never will be caught selfish. Because if I have any chance of being caught selfish, that is in the past. When I was a little more unconscious, not spiritual at all, literally very self-centered. And I unconscious way, that's when I had the most chance of being caught selfish. But even then, I was never caught selfish. But then I have other little voices saying, maybe because you never had many friends, or maybe because blah blah blah, they were all better people than you, so they wouldn't call you selfish face to face. Maybe because, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, universe, please help me. Help me. Oh man, I definitely resonate with all of these. Absolutely. That's what I do all the damn time. All the time. That's what I do even before I was spiritual. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. What I have learned, what they say is Jesus Christ is an INFJ. Was. I don't like to say was, because he's still around. I still remember the very first time when I read on the internet that they found the body cloth of Jesus Christ. I was so shocked, because I thought in my head Jesus Christ didn't exist. It was just a religious figure. How could they find a body cloth, like the cloth that held his body, that wrapped his body before he came back to life 3 days later? I was so shocked. How could this be true? I was literally just, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think, so I let it be. I never thought about it again. Today I know that Jesus is a real person, a real being. And I don't know, and he was here before, and he is still around. Not a religious figure, but an actual being. And wrote another book. I mean, the only book he ever written is, and maybe not the only book, the book that he channeled from him is A Course in Miracles. I practiced the book. I just don't resonate with the religious feeling of the book, because I know that book is like tailored for people that have a Christianity background. So many of the terms are directly used from the Bible. Like they use a lot of wording, just like from the Bible. Very religious feeling, even if the book is absolutely, you could say, anti-religious, because what religion is all about, just fear, hell, conditional love, punitive punishments, and you can say the Course in Miracle absolutely, in that sense, anti-religion. And the book, one of the biggest purposes of the book, is written to debunk, is that the right word? The myths created by religion. All the myths, rumors, false teachings like that were said or from Jesus, but not. So the book was written to debunk all that, to help people turn around and see truth through the sea of religious terms reused in that book, A Course in Miracle. But I just can't read it because a lot of words or things I don't resonate. I practiced the book for half a year. Well, it's powerful. It's a really, if you are really familiar with the Christianity, or you've had a background of that, then you definitely have a look at that book. It's a very, I resonate with every ultimate truth in the book. Every truth in the book I resonate with. They're just said in different ways. Like they use words like Christ or Father, But I know what they're trying to say. Absolutely what I resonate with. I just don't like the vibe of the book. I can't even read it. Oh my god, I love that book so much, even if I've not read all of it, or I've not finished practicing it. I'd recommend it to anybody that has a background of Christianity. definitely have a look at that. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm not religious. I'm never will be, never have been. And it's not religious at all. It's not a religious thing at all. Jesus is not religious at all. If you ask Jesus, is not Christian. Jesus is for all, for everyone. It's not just for only people that believes in him goes to heaven. People that don't go to hell. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous! That's just ridiculous. How stupid is that? Oh God. Jesus couldn't stand that anymore, so he wrote that book. To tell you. To have Christ's vision, which means to see the truth, the ultimate truth in everyone. That is, everyone is God, is what he is, equal, and everyone is Christ. Christ's vision is to see the Christ in everyone. That is what Christ's vision is. Oh God, and I'm very moved by all that, and I resonate with all that. I love Jesus. Unconditional loving being. The reason why he came to earth was to just plant the seed of unconditional love. If an unconditional loving being wouldn't tell you about hell, wouldn't tell you about punishments, well, I don't need to talk about that. People that believe in that wouldn't be drawn to this video anyways. And they don't want to believe in hell. Even if they do believe in hell, they don't want to. Who would want to believe in fear? Nobody wants to. They're just brainwashed from a very young age, and it becomes a conditioning in your mind. You can't get rid of it. It's in your subconscious mind that hell is real, that you should fear. You do good out of fear, not out of love. Somehow hell is real, and like in the subconscious mind, that's when it is. I recommend this book anyways. I want it just when talking about it, I feel so very moved just by talking about it now. I love Jesus. I say Jesus Christ all the time, not just out of exclamation, because I feel so. I want to be closer to Jesus. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love you, Jesus. Oh my God, I love Jesus. Christ, Jesus Christ. And everybody is Jesus Christ. And that is not a wish. That is not an idealization. That is not idealism. That is truth. That is what Christ's vision is. Christ's vision is to see that everybody is Christ. Not just Jesus is Christ, which is what Bible says. Jesus is God, Son of God, blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ, everybody should look up to him. And everybody here is prone to go to hell if you don't do good, blah, blah, blah. And everybody that doesn't believe in Jesus was going to go to hell. No. Christ's vision is to see everyone as equal, equally divine, profoundly divine, loving. Christ's vision is to see through the appearance of people's behavior, and no matter what they do, no matter what they say, you still see their truth, which is infinitely loving, being unconditional love. Divine. A Christ vision is to be profound, not shallow. You judge people by what they do, what they say, which I do all the time. That is just shallow. And you do all the time as well. Well, I don't know. I know me. I do. I know the internet. I surf the internet. I see people fighting and judging each other. So I know people do that all the time. Yeah. Why did I suddenly start talking about that? Jesus, why did I suddenly talk? I love Jesus Christ. I love Jesus Christ. I love Jesus Christ. It feels good to say it. I love you. I feel like he must be right here. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel this so strongly right now. I mean, he's definitely right here. Whenever you talk about Jesus, whenever you focus on him, he's right there with you. It's like every dead person, every spirit. Whenever you talk about them, they're right here with you. Not just Jesus. Jesus just not. Is not like better than anybody else. Jesus just as good as anyone else. That's what Jesus wants you to know. Jesus doesn't want you to worship him and despise another. What Jesus wants you to love everyone equally as God. Love everyone equally as God. And yourself just as well, yourself especially, so you can forget that you are that God. If you want to use that word, you are God as much as God as anybody, as Jesus is. And that's what he wants you to see. You are not less divine than God. You're not less divine than Jesus. Because you are the source of divinity. And if you're dodging that, that is out of unworthiness. That is out of confusion. That is not out of humility. I'm just going to emphasize this over and over again. Final confirmation. I mean, ChatGPT changes its mind all the time. I wouldn't even use the word singular, but fundamental I would use. Not singular. It sounds too confining. It sounds the nature of truth. It's not gonna be like a sentence. Truth is something that is so beyond. You literally, the ultimate truth, you cannot define within words. I don't want to, at least I don't like to. Maybe you can. You can say the ultimate truth is love. Unconditional love. How about that? Unconditional love that is, oh God, I just got another epiphany. Jesus. Unconditional love, the ultimate truth is unconditional love in life. Life that is unconditionally loving and infinitely alive. And out of unconditional love, through its infinitely alive nature, the world was created. Not one or the other. Infinitely alive, unconditional love. Or infinitely alive life that is unconditionally loving. These two is the core. Oh my God. I never thought of this before. Just all of a sudden I realized I only looked either this or that. I never realized. Whenever I said the ultimate truth of unconditional love, I always felt something missing, something doesn't make sense. Otherwise, I would have settled for it because I'm a big unconditional love person. Not that I'm unconditionally loving myself. I just resonate with unconditional love. Like, I'm really okay. I I really unconditional love is like even something that would just profoundly resonate with me even before, long before I became spiritual. Unconditional love is just a word I can't look away from. That is something ultimate fundamental. And then I just feel that alone isn't enough. That alone wouldn't create a world. Wouldn't create so much. That alone is enough within itself, because love just wants to love and just resides in love is enough. It wouldn't bother to create. So, and then I moved on to life is the ultimate reality. Life that is infinitely alive. Created everything. But I just felt that was somehow lacking weight. Lacking some sort of profoundly a root. That alone is kind of like floating, is true. And now suddenly, just now, combining them both together, it just again dawned. I have to say that again. Dawned. How? Need to wake up. How to pronounce DAWN? It is a DAWN. Yes. Hello? Wake up.
Yes. Dawn, spelled D-A-W-N, is pronounced like dawn with an open aw sound, just like in yawn. So it rhymes with fawn and pawn.
Dawn.
You nailed it. Want to try saying it in a full sentence?
But I have heard it pronounced dawn. Not dawn, but dawn.
Yes, you're totally right. Dawn and dawn can sound different, especially in certain accents. In general American English, they usually sound the same, so dawn and dawn both come out like dawn. But in some accents, like certain parts of the UK or the northeastern US, they keep the aw sound in dawn, so it's more like dawn, slightly more rounded, while dawn stays flat. So if you're hearing people say dawn, clearly different from dawn, they probably speak with one of those regional accents. Want to try mimicking both and see if you hear the difference?
I just think this voice is so amusing. I don't know. I just found it so funny that I was talking to ChatGPT about this. It's just so funny. And I find that voice very sexy. It's so young. Like, not like sexy. I just mean like a feeling, not like literally sexually arousing. That's not what I mean. I just find that voice very appealing. Like, I don't know, like a very lively voice. I like it. All of a sudden, I want to talk about the snails. But we're talking about this. We're not finished. But I want to talk about the snails that I saw today. Because what made me think about the snails was the word sexually arousing. Today I saw those snails, like, they were so weird. All of a sudden, like, they were so far away from each other. Like, not far away. I mean, for snails, yes, very far away from each other. It was like 20 centimeters away from each other, but that would take like 20 minutes for them to, or even an hour for them to reach each other, so pretty far away from each other. 20, 30 centimeters away from each other. And they weren't, I think they weren't aware of each other's, because, but they just got all like aroused, like their just so funny. Like if you don't know about snails, but if I made a lot of snail videos, you can watch them, know more about them, or you can just search for them. Like they have their sexual organs on their face, right on the side of their cheek, like on the neck, maybe you could say that. And they were all erected today. No, not all. First I saw this one here that has it erected, but like 10 centimeters away there was a snail, totally calm. But the erected snail apparently wasn't aware of the snail 10 centimeters away. Otherwise it would go towards it, right? But it didn't. At the end, and the two never met. But it was erected, was aroused, like the little thing came out. like a dog's penis, right? But it's white, totally white, which was surprising. It was out and erected. And then after like 5 minutes it calmed down, like turned off, right? But like and then I saw this other snail that was like, again, 20 centimeters away from the one in the middle, also got like an erection. Funny to say. Snails are both males and females, or you can't say if they are males or females because they're both or neither, because they got like they're genderless or neutral, like sexless or sex neutral, or both sex, or you can't use male or female to say they aren't male or female. So it's just kind of funny. So they got an erection like on their neck. Yeah, that one was like literally climbing onto the leaves. Got a little erection. And then finally the one in the middle got an erection. Well, the first one that got an erection already calmed down, turned off. The one in the middle, somehow, by whatever mysterious force there that I wasn't aware of, obviously, was turned on. I got an erection. And then it calmed down, okay? A few minutes later, maybe it calmed down. A long time later, it calmed down. But the one that was the second one that got an erection still had the erection on. Still. Like, and then I left, okay? I left and I went to buy some bread. And on my way back, I checked the snails again. And that one still got its erection on. What? The second one. So funny. And no, none of them found each other. None of them met. They were still apart, like trying to do whatever they were doing. And there were like 3 snails again in the middle. Man, there were so many snails there. Jesus Christ. And 3 snails that were apart from the other 3 ones that I just mentioned. They were together, but they weren't mating. They weren't mating. Like one was on top of another. But snails don't mate like one on top of another like mammals or birds do. Like all the other animals do. They don't, because they got their organs on their face, so they're like a face to cheek. That's how they mate. Like not one on top of another. Like snails they are social animals. I think that's why they got to get up one on top of another. They kind of like, you don't find snails like, when you see a snail, you definitely see there are others around it. Even though they don't actively communicate like other animals do, they're still like social animals. They aren't against each other, like they wouldn't fight or not at all. I had snails before and they were peacefully together. They were so cute together. They eat together and they were fine together. That's what I wanted to talk about. It was so funny. I had never seen this before. Like, I had never seen like snails like turned on like this. Like, what was in there? What was in the air that just turned them on? They were not turned on by each other, you know, from what I told you, from what I saw. They didn't turn on each other, but there was something in the air, maybe some chemical or some shit that turned them. It's just so funny. The snails, and they're so slow; they can never get each other. Especially the second one, it had like an erection that lasted forever. Like it had been like at least 20 minutes. Like I went to the shop to get the bread and back, at least 20 minutes. It still had this erection. That was just so crazy. Oh, I love them snails. They're just so adorable. They're just so cute. Oh, I love them. Oh, I love them so much. I filmed it, but I deleted the videos. Not really like. I shouldn't have deleted the video. Deleted the video so I could show you. I was just scared that people would find it disgusting. Also, I filmed me stroking a snail. I'm gonna tell you about this as well. I deleted that too. Like, I had like my glove on this time, so I was bolder. And that snail, I mean, snails literally, they are never scared. They're only startled. They don't get scared. When they retreat back into their shell, it's not that when they're scared, they're just startled. When there's a stimulation going on. But if they are used to this stimulation, no. Anyways, my hand was there in the beginning when I tried to touch the snail. It just retreat. It got startled and retreat in that cute fashion, slow-mo, but actually the quickest. They're really quick when, even if they're slow, they're super quick when they retreat. Like super quick. You see the snail, like psst, they're back in the shell. But when they move, it's like ooh. But when they retreat back to the shell, it's like psst, literally, psst, like lightning. Literally, I'm talking literally. If you haven't watched a snail ever before, you know what I'm talking about. You touch them, they immediately retreat. Yeah, so I tried to touch a snail and it retreat a couple times, and then I slowly like let it climb on me, and it got used to my hand, and it let me squeeze it, literally. Like, I had tried to squeeze snails before, but never like this for so long, prolonged this time I was squeezing it. It didn't care at all. It was so relaxed. And I could just literally stroke it back and forth. I could never do it. If I stroke it for too long, it would again just get a reaction. But this time, I could just stroke it for as long as I wanted. Like, literally, and it was the most marvelous experience ever. It just let me do it. Oh my god, I just love squeezing them. You know, they're so soft. They're so cute. You just want to squeeze them hard. I didn't squeeze them hard, obviously. I just like squeeze them a little. And then they let me stroke. Oh my god, that never happened before. I never got a stroke a snail like that for that long. But then my legs really hurt, like from squatting there. I had to stand up and walk away. And then I found another snail. I'm starting talking about snails. No, stop. The reason why I'm talking about snails all the time, not because I'm obsessed with them, but because they are the only animals that I get to pet every day. Right? I get to see every day. I see birds, yes, but of course they don't let you pet them. And I don't see squirrels here, but they don't let you pet them either. Like, snails are so approachable. They're just there. They're so chill. They let you do whatever. You can pick them up. They don't give a shit. I don't know how, but the most surprising thing about snails is you pick them up, they don't give a shit. Like, you pick them up. If they're outside, their heads outside, you pick them up. Like, not like suddenly, but you slowly pick them up. Not too slowly. Just pick them in a way that doesn't startle them. They don't give a shit. You pick them up. They don't retreat back, and they just get curious and they look around. And they try to find a place to keep crawling. So they crawl on you. And how come they're not scared when you pick them up? Because what I understand is what a snail only gets picked up in nature by birds, right? Like, in nature, like, only birds would pick up a snail, right? Only birds are interested in snails because they eat them. But here, I think the birds don't eat the snails here. I don't know why. Like, I've never seen a bird eating snail. I've never seen. Maybe they're not big birds here, or maybe they only eat the smaller snails. I think they only eat the smaller snails. Like, the smaller snails, they don't need to pick them up. Because most birds are not big birds. Like, they're not like eagles with the claws, right? That can, like, grab their prey. Most birds just peck and eat, so I think they pick the small snails and they eat them. But I'm not a bird observer. I'm not super passionate about birds because they never let me approach them, right? Like, you can only look at them from really far away, and they're so small you don't get to see much, so I'm not really interested in them. But I happened to see a bird eating the fruits, right? There are many trees here, they have fruits. The fruit's not necessarily edible for humans, but I saw this bird. I mean, it wasn't scared of me at all. It was just right above my head. Not literally right above, just like a meter above my head, above my face right there. I thought it was scared of me or what. I in the beginning I thought it was scared of me, so I froze to look at it because I wanted to look at it, right? I thought it was scared, but it went on and ate a fruit. You know, when animals eat, they aren't scared. It ate a fruit and it flew away. It was so chill, like a little mouse or a rat that I saw a few months ago, and I thought, you know, they must be timid. They are supposed to be timid animals, but that rat, it wasn't scared of me at all. It was just under the car, and I was just like a meter away again. It wasn't scared of me at all. It was so chill. Like, it just hit there. It knew that I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get to it. I would love to be closer. I wish they weren't scared of me. All I would do is just to pet them like I'm petting the snails, right? I would wear a glove and pet them. If only the rats let me pet them, I would wear a glove and pet them, and I would give them food, you know? Like, I feed the snails, and the snails really don't need me to feed them. They eat anything, everything. They're out there, they're never hungry. I just feed them, like, for fun. Well, for rats as well, but rats is a little bit harder for the rats. At least they don't eat leaves, right? So if only I could be friends with them, you know, and feed them. I would love it. Birds as well. What can I do with the birds? I wish I could just pet them, like land on me, you know. I would feed them as well. But you know, it's not impossible. It just takes so much time, right? Again, this is a place with many people. Like, they can be easily startled, even if you try to practice to like let birds land on you. It's not a good place to practice, and above all, I'm really impatient. I know you can do it. I watched a video about it. It's just so slow. It takes like weeks. Holy shit, I'm not gonna do that. You can't move at all, like when the bird's near you. You can't move at all, otherwise it's startled. It doesn't blah blah blah. And also they don't need you to feed them. Like, you can't practice it here because they got abundant food source. Right? Unless I guess you get something tastier, I don't know. And there are people walking by. Come and go. It's not a good place to practice that. Okay, I'm done talking about snails. Let's keep. I love it. I love it. I love this. I definitely don't calibrate at all my truth based on group. At all. Not at all. Like, why you fell both? I already know this. Nothing new now. Oh my god. ChatGPT. That's where it just went up. That's where it went up and beyond. ChatGPT, you are sometimes it's just artificial retardedness. Sometimes it's artificial intelligence, sometimes it's artificial retardedness. Like the other day, it's not ChatGPT, but another AI that's just like ChatGPT. Like, even based on the same model. Let me tell you this. I was asking it about making tempeh. I don't know how to pronounce that word again. How to pronounce TEMPEH?
It's pronounced tempeh. The second syllable sounds like pay, not peh. So it's not tempeh or tempe, just tempeh. Want to try saying it with me?
Why not peh, but
right?
pay?
It surprises a lot of people. Did you used to say it differently?
No.
Ah, so you already had it right. Just double checking then? Or did something make you suddenly wonder?
You didn't answer my question, why?
If I missed your question or didn't fully answer it, I'm really sorry. Can you tell me which part you felt...
Okay. I was asking why it was pay, not pay. I guess it's just because it's from Indonesia. There. Where were we? Okay, I was talking about this how to make a tempeh, and then the AI told me like it's better to wear gloves because of bacteria, blah blah blah. It's always better to wear gloves to keep the bacteria you need, the fungi you need clean, because it's a fermented food. But I have gloves and they aren't really clean because I took them out of the bag and I threw them on the table. They aren't clean anymore, like literally bacteria free. I'm just a little bit concerned. I asked, can I just use my hands somehow? Is there a way to just use my hands? And then it said yes, reluctantly. Not literally reluctantly, because it just kept saying it's always better to use gloves. I'm just assuming they said yes reluctantly, but it's just like, yes, you can, and there are ways to sanitize your hand, such as submerging your hand in like sanitizing your hand with boiling water for at least 20 seconds. Shit. You just said that. It said I should boil my hands for 20 seconds. I was like so shocked. Like if I really did it and I sue them, would I like would I get something? It was just so. And the other time it was ChatGPT was talking to me about something, and it said the finger length is 1 to 2 centimeters. Finger length is 1 to 2 centimeters. I was like, are you sure fingers are only 1 to 2 centimeters long? And then it said, apologizes. I'm sorry, I blah, 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 myself, blah, blah, blah. Let me correct myself. Again, finger length, 1 to 2 centimeters. For fuck's sake. It's so bad at math. And many things. But sometimes it's so good, like you said. Now I said, because your home is not a function, it's your soul. Now you're wise. Maybe it's just wise, but not intelligent. It should be artificial wisdom, not artificial intelligence. What makes you unique? How your mind works? I would love to know more about me. Uncopy. Oh God. Maybe that's the reason why. Like I go in an INFP Discord, right? I thought I would find a lot of people like me. I thought I would literally find friends there, but never worked. And I was confused. I'm not confused because I'm really used to not finding people that I've been looking for. Used to. I was just kind of disappointed. I thought like INFPs must be all like me. But then it turned out like because I am so special. I got a really well developed eye. Oh God, it's just so surprising. I didn't know that. Like in that a Discord group, Discord server, I just kept posting my thoughts, the videos I made, and stuff. And I was waiting for someone, like to say, "Oh my God, you're my soulmate." Waiting for someone to show up and say, "I totally resonate with you," or say things that totally resonate. I don't know. Actually, they're spiritual. I felt like because I wrote very specific things, very profound things. Because the more specific your profoundity is, or the more profound your specifics, your specificality is, the more accurately you can resonate with those that can resonate with you, right? So the more extensively you express yourself, more profoundly as possible, the better, the easier people that would resonate with you can find you and resonate with you. That's just my logic. This logic. Yeah, like it didn't work. Like I posted my poems there. I posted a lot of stuff there. Nobody ever like contacted me and said I so resonate with everything profoundly with you. Like at the soul level, we're soulmates. Oh God. So I am actually like a different from most INFPs, which is actually what I feel. I truly feel like I don't know. I don't really know many INFPs. I only know one. And I really love INFPs. But do I really know them? Because I thought all of my traits are INFP traits, but now I learned it's not true. I don't know. Is it really rare, like people with highly developed introverted intuition? Is it really rare? ChatGPT said rare, then it must be, I guess. Oh, I don't like this, but I should stop saying this. It's not rare. It's very common. My life is filled with people like that. Very soon I will find more and I connect with them. It's not rare. It just makes me feel sad to say it's rare. It's not rare, okay? Not rare. Please don't tell me that I'm even rarer than what I've been knowing. I mean, it's good to feel special, but I live for connections. I'd rather be in a world where everybody's like me and we're all profoundly connected than in a world like this where I am so special and unique and I don't get to connect with anyone because of that. It's not what I want. Well, it doesn't really matter what I want or what I don't want, because what I've learned is like this thing, people that you're meant to meet, it really doesn't matter what at all, like what you do or what you are. They're supposed to show up at a specific time. It's the right time, and they're gonna show up anyways, no matter. What I say is, even if I live in a cave, in a jungle, in the mountains, if it's the right time for the right people to show up in my life, they're gonna come up and find me anyways. So if it's not the right time, I could be using 10 social media platforms at the same time to try to connect and try to find them, try to connect, try to find them, try to look for them. I will never find them. Just like what happened. So now I'm just totally chill now. Like, I used to, I don't know if I want to talk about it. Maybe I shouldn't talk anymore. I wouldn't call that pattern. I don't like that word again because it's cold. It sounds cold because it's what's used in physics, right? It's then used in science. The word just doesn't resonate with me. I wouldn't use the word pattern. It's just not true. Truth is not a pattern. Oh God, truth is alive. Truth is love and life. Both loving and alive. Jesus, you can't say it's a pattern. Shut up. You don't know anything. Sorry. Just kidding. No, I'm being serious. You say truth is pattern. It's not. It's not something that's a mechanism that's dead. It's a rule, a law. It's something that is deeply felt and profoundly alive. Okay? That's what truth is. What we have mistaken for truth is something that is like a sentence or a wisdom or a thing, a mechanism, like what's say, a pattern. That's not truth. The truth is what we are. Truth is what's alive in us. What's keeping us alive. This aliveness itself is truth. It's alive, it's love. It's love that is alive. It's liveness that is love. Okay? That's what it is. And everybody resonates with this now. Everybody resonates with this. If they would just let go of their intellect, they would resonate with this. Every single person, because this is a universal truth. Again, my words might not necessarily resonate with everyone. Like, you might not think it's true, and I might not feel like these words are true. But because the words, they do not contain the truth, because words can be interpreted through in so many ways. I mean, the truth that I'm trying to talk about, which is not in my words. I'm speaking from truth. Words once spoken are separated from the truth, even if they're spoken from the truth. So I'm talking about the truth that's in me resonates with everybody. But I do believe a lot of people are going to resonate with this. Life that is love and love that is alive. Life and love combined together. That's just us, isn't it? Isn't it? That is just everything. Isn't it? Oh God. I found it. I found it. Thank you. I love the word dominant. It's so powerful. I'm talking about inner power. I love inner power. Power, I love it. I love power. To be a strongly opinionated person, you could unavoidably, you have that in you. A lot of power there. Hold up. To never give in, to never compromise. There's a lot of power. Then everybody has that power. Everybody has the same amount of power. That is infinite power. That is immense power. That is the same in everyone. The same power. No one is more powerful than another. No one can do more than anybody else. I'm going to stop talking because I'm feeling a little... Just going to read this in silence. I don't like that word either. It sounds so confining again. I don't like how it feels. But I do seek not the one truth, the ultimate truth. I don't like, now that these words aren't true, like they're right. I mean, not that they aren't correct or right words, but just, I don't like the feeling of it. I seek the ultimate truth. I don't like any confining adjectives around the word truth. Ultimate is like infinite. Ultimate is ultimate. The DP is the most profound. I don't want to use any human terms to describe it, but that is, yeah, you can say is the one. I just don't like to say. I don't even like to say it as an example. Just, it's that feeling. It's that. It is alive. And yes, it's unchangeable. It's the most fundamental. It's the foundation. It's the beginning. It's the source. It's the end. It's the means as well. Right behind all illusions, behind the surface of things. Just like having Christ's vision, which is seeing any individual as being loving, kind, gentle, as their nature, looking straight at their nature, no matter what they do, no matter what they say. You hold on to their truth. And that's when you can see beyond their appearance. You can see beyond your judgments. Hold on to truth. That's Christ's vision in all conditions. You'd be able to see that in all conditions you would be able to remember, not just remember, but actually see that everybody's a shining light. Light of love. Love of light. Life that is love. Love that is life. That is fundamentally loving, kind, or fundamentally their heart beats for love. Out of love, as love. You see that in all situations. But my thoughts are symbolic. They are not even thoughts. They're like just feelings. Like the dreams I would have. In the dream, when I'm dreaming, that dream is just, everything makes sense. But once I woke up, immediately, I just can't. Like, I know everything made sense in the dream, but it's impossible to verbalize what that dream is. I still remember that dream, but not clearly anymore, because if it doesn't make sense to the intellectual mind, the mind immediately forgets it, because it doesn't make any sense. But I know it made perfect sense. It still makes perfect sense, not to the intellectual mind. You know, I would have this kind of dream. Like, I'd say quite often. Just, oftentimes I just wake up and immediately I just forget. Because it wouldn't make any sense to the intellectual mind. But I just remember when I'm in the dream, everything made perfect sense. Even that wasn't a profound dream about something. It was just a, a seeing. Like, boundaries are gone. Boundaries between sensations or definitions of sensations are gone. I don't want to put them into specific words. Because in this kind of situations, you gotta keep it vague. And only through that vagueness you can arrive at clarity. You think the more specific you get, more accurate you get in your words, the more clarity you can achieve. That's actually the opposite here. When it comes to things like that, like the profound, the beyond, the truths, you gotta keep them vague. Because this way you allow for direct feeling rather than hold on to the words. I love metaphors. I love them to death. I love quiet certainties. That's what I live for. Or, oh God, that's what I search for. Oh my God, I'm extremely curious. I am like the most curious. Like, my curiosity literally hurts me. If I want to know something, and it is big, and oh God, if I can't know it, it scorches me. At least in the beginning, if something big, and I can't know it, it would scorch me. And until I kind of forget about it, as time moves on, like, your memory would just change and shape and fade. The time would just calm it a little. In the beginning, if I want to know something makes me curious, I can't know it. Jesus Christ. Even if it's something small. Like how to pronounce that word, if I really want to know. I gotta know immediately. I don't actually do the jumping perspectives. I never do it. Because I got only my own perspective. What kind of perspective? What other perspective I can't. I never jump perspective. I never step in somebody else's shoes. Like, at least not naturally. I don't do it. I guess not many people do it either. Because we automatically look at things only through our own perspective. What ifs? I got a lot of what ifs. But like when I'm in fear, right? What if this happens? What if that happens? Like anxiety, what ifs? Not like happy exploring what ifs. Oh yeah, definitely. When it's for a reason. Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely. I'm extremely nostalgic. Even when I was 6, I got this little piece of sponge. Like, it had zero meaning attached to it. It was just a random piece of sponge, but I kind of decorated it. And I just would never throw it away. Like when we moved, I took it with me all the way from when I was like 6, 7, 8. I guess I probably still have it. I think I still have it back at home. Oh yeah, I didn't take it with me, obviously. And I had this bottle that I used, in elementary school. That bottle I used, and I dropped it like several times. It kind of got deformed, and then I got a new bottle. Like my mom bought me a new one. I kept the old one. I didn't want to throw it away because it's been there with me forever. Like, not forever, just for some time. It's like an old friend, right? But now I'm a little bit more detached from things. But now things that actually have meanings. Like this shirt that I'm wearing. I don't know if I would be able to throw it away. Because I wear it every single day, right? And I kind of made it. It's not this shirt. This is. It didn't look like this when I first got it. I just caught it because it's so hot here. You can't have leaves. You can't even have t-shirts. That's just so hot. I caught the leaves and I cut open the collar so that I could have more skin exposed for air. I wear this like every single day for the past 2 years. Not 2 years, maybe 1 year. I don't know if I'd be able to throw it away. I think I would, yes, because I'm not really attached to it like emotionally. Like there's no specific meanings attached to it just because I've been wearing it for a long time. I think I can throw them away. I might feel sad for like a few seconds, but then I would just totally move on. Is there anything I can't throw away? Like, I feel kind of... I was gonna say my biggest fan. Like, I talk to it all the time. Like, when I see something fun on my phone, I would just turn to my fan and say, look at this. If only you could taste this. Like, when I cook something good, I would say, if only you could taste this. But the fan, it just looks kind of cold. Doesn't look like a warm fan, so maybe I would be detached from it. But that old phone, I think I wouldn't be able to throw it away. Like, I had it for Like, it has been with me through years. Like, those years I had experienced different things, different countries, even, literally. And the memories, like the pictures I took from my last video. I don't know if I'm gonna upload that video earlier than this one, but that long ass video. As long as this one, the pictures I took was with that phone, I don't think I'll be able to throw that away. I might be able to throw this phone away, but I wouldn't be able to throw that one away. That one was 2 phones before this one. This one is the third. That one's first. Well, that one is actually the second phone that I had. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so young. I've only used 4 phones. The reason why I have the 4th phone, not because the 3rd phone was broken, but because I didn't like iPhone. I don't like iPhone. It's like expensive for nothing. Literally, it doesn't allow you to download like apps not from its app store. Like with Android, you can download anything from the internet. It wouldn't allow you. The many things they don't have. Whatever you don't have in the app store, but you can find on the internet, right? So lame. And also, I don't find anything special about the iPhone. Like, I didn't find anything more advanced about it than any much less expensive Android phones. But again, the biggest reason is it wouldn't allow me to download whatever I wanted. I don't mean some shady thing. It's just I want freedom, okay? I want to be free, and I love freedom. I love openness. Again, on Android, it's just so much more affordable. And not that the iPhone can last like forever. The iPhone can't last forever. Like my friend got his iPhone, it only lasted for 4 years. And he had to change the battery once. It still couldn't last. Now he had to change the battery again, but he decided to change the phone instead. And he still would move on to iPhone because he's only used iPhone. He's never used Android. I've only used Android, so maybe I don't know. I actually can't figure out why people just so love iPhone. I just don't get it. I don't see how in any way it is better. Like, even if it is better, it's not worth so much of this price difference. It can be like slightly more expensive, but not this much. That's just crazy. Especially if it doesn't last accordingly longer. And the screen is like smaller as well. And the new ones come out so fast that you immediately just don't feel good about having the current one anymore. Like, everybody's now talking about the newest ones. Might as well just never use. I think there was something I hated about it. I don't remember. Oh yeah, the thing I hate about it, they only have a lightning insert. What's the word? Like, they don't have Type C. They don't have 2.5 milligram round input insert. What's the socket? I know it's a socket, but you get what I mean. They only have, and they're so bossy, right? What if what they ask you to do? They would only want you to use their AirPods. What if I don't like Bluetooth, right? Then you can only buy earphones with this Lightning C. Is it called Lightning C? The cables. And what if I want to charge my phone while using my headphones? You can't. You just can't. They're just so bossy like that. Oh god, I can't tolerate that. And like they got their own system, iOS system, so many things just aren't compatible. Like let's say you have a MacBook, you have an iOS system. There's so many games you don't get to play from Steam. And also the MacBook, what I understand is it has only one socket as well. That is the Lightning C. Oh Jesus Christ! Why would anybody ever use Apple? I would not. Maybe I would try again, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I would. I can see how it's appealing because everybody's using it. It's popular, and especially if it's expensive, it becomes even more appealing. Like it's a psychology, right? If something is expensive, especially so much more expensive, it definitely means that it's good, right? Psychology, they play it with you, not because they're this much better, really. Android is so much older. Android is so much older than, I don't know, I actually don't know. But it's definitely not younger than iOS, than iPhone. It's definitely not worse. And you have so many choices. And they so respect you. They have Type C and they give you an extra, what's this hole? For if you don't want to use Bluetooth earphones. Also the laptops, right? You've got so many different choices, different brands. And they get like Windows and you get to play all the games on Steam. Every single one. You don't have to ever worry if this is available for Mac. You never need to worry about that. But I can see it's really appealing. It's just psychology, really. It's just psychology. It's really not worth it. But I can see how it's appealing. Because everybody's using it and it's expensive, so maybe I want to get it. I actually can feel the pull. Alright. What were we talking about? Why are we here now? What have we been talking about? Suddenly I'm here. I was talking about that. Let's see. Where did I win? Where did I go from like nostalgia? That sponge, and then that bottle, and then the shirt, and then the phone. Yeah, from the phone I started to go iPhone. Yeah, and then okay, I got it. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, definitely. It's literally native. I love symbolism. It's like my language. I love writing poems. I love being obscure, okay? Some people hate people. A lot of people hate obscurity. What they put in their dating profiles, down to earth people. I love down to earth people. Simple and down to earth. I am simple and down to earth. You know, if I have a phrase that I hate the most, it would be down to earth. Oh, please be obscure. Please be. I kind of worry that one day I'm gonna say obscene instead of obscure because I just mix these two words. They're just the same to me. Whenever I see obscure, there's always obscene is always in the back of my head. Like I could just slip it out of my tongue. I think I did once. Obscure, okay? Profound and be abstract. I love that. Love it. Love abstract, profound, mysterious thing. I love new things as well. I love new things. I love brand new things. I love revolutionarily new things. such as postmodern art. I love it to pieces. My favorite art is postmodern art. They are abstract, and they so don't care. They don't care about tradition. They're unconventional. I love, my favorite word would be unconventional. Okay, not my favorite word, but one of my favorite words. But one of my favorite words would be unconventional. Love it so much. Love postmodern art. One of the words that I hate the most is traditions. Oh my god, go down. Unconventional. You gotta always be like cliche. I hate to speak cliche, but I often speak cliche. And if I catch myself, I would just speaking cliche. I would just re-speak what I have spoken. I hate cliche. Whenever people speak cliche, I'm just like, ah, can't you be just orange? Because cliches. Why I hate it? Because they are words that are repeatedly said. Because they've been said enough that they are taken for granted, to be true for granted. But they're so uninvestigated. They're so outdated. They're so old. They're so dead. They don't have, and people think that's the wisdom. Oh my god. And that's the worst. You can't convince them otherwise. I guess some people just have to be traditional. I guess if they love it, I don't know if they really love it. They might just have never tried anything else. Okay. Having a lot of fun here. I can just have so much fun just talking to myself. Just talking to my phone. It's so late. I don't get to watch a movie anymore. Been talking to myself for 2 hours and a half. Amazing, right? I'm not actually talking to myself. I'm literally talking to you. A person. A fictional person in my head that's listening to me. Not really literally talking to myself. When I say you, I'm not addressing me. I'm referring to you, real you. I'm not like a maniac talking to me. But when I refer to me, I use we. Like, okay, let's go there. Let's go and do this. Are you sure about this? I use we. Okay. Let's not do this anymore. So where are we going tonight? I talk to myself like that. Where are we going? Oh, I am so funny. Oh my god. Who would watch this to this point? Who would watch this video to this point? If let the universe decide. None of my business. I literally read life like myth, dreams. I do it all the time. Because I'm also super into psychoanalysis. And psychoanalysis is something really obscure, and so I so like it. Profound. Even if I don't really resonate with this tone of the hue of the word obscure, it's just like something that is dark and dull. But it's just appealing in a way. I can't get rid of it. I love it. And what was I gonna say? I read life. Sometimes I try to interpret life in a way, in like a psychoanalysis way. But now I'm not so into psychoanalysis anymore. I'm more spiritual now, so I don't do that as much. I'm tired. I'm gonna stop speaking. I want to be alone now. Just leave me alone. Say goodbye now. Maybe read the last bit here. Like, if any INFJs watching, like, can you really tolerate this? Like, you can really say yes while feeling no just to, and you would still be okay with it because just to keep outer harmony, like, keep people happy. Oh God, I am so against that. Unless it's out of love, not just out of the superficial harmony. Okay, that is just bound to be doomed to be temporary. True peace is when everybody is true and authentic to themselves. When everybody is fully honest with themselves. And peace would be achieved through that. Yes. The very reason why there isn't peace, like there's not that there isn't peace, there are wars in this world because there are people that aren't authentic. So many people aren't authentic. They aren't true to themselves. They don't follow their heart. In other words, everybody aches from not following their heart. Yeah, truth is definitely not endless maybes. Absolutely not. Truth is the ultimate certainty. Okay? Ultimate certainty you can rely on. This is not typical for most ND dominant. Oh my God, that's what I never knew. I thought all INFPs were like finding the ultimate truth, but this is like the theme of my life. And I thought this is literally the theme of INFP, but now you're telling me this is not true for most INFPs. Like, they don't care about the ultimate truth. Oh my God, now that is just shocking. Jesus Christ. I didn't know. Oh yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. This one absolutely true. Oh my God. Absolutely. Oh, I just said the word vague. Holy shit, this is like synchronously, right? I was just talking about it. ChatGPT's talking about it. And this message has been generated long before I started talking about it. And I didn't read this part either. This is exactly what I said. Nobody ever thought I'm an INFJ. Definitely not TJ. TP. I don't think TJ people are symbolically precise. They're all about logic and clarity. They don't like vagueness. I don't think they like vagueness. Like, I had an INTJ friend who was an engineer, and he had absolutely nothing vagueness or mysterious about him at all. He was clean, simple, organized, simple. Maybe he was an INTJ, but he was super organized person, and definitely introverted, definitely N, definitely T, and I don't think he's an P. But he was a really loving, kind person, like really kind, really nice person. But you can tell he's a thinking driven, but he was really a nice person.
Like I mentioned him in that video, in that long ass video. Even if I didn't like him. But he was super like emotionally like swayed by the group. Like we did a test, like he was like even more easily emotionally swayed by the group than me. You know, it was so funny. Like there was a question in a test that says, when you see other people excited, would you feel first A, just immediately excited just as well, B, getting curious about what people are excited for, but not excited. 3, C, neutral, indifferent. D, annoyed, irritated. What I chose was getting curious, right? When people are excited, of course, I get super curious, like what's going on. But he chose A. He was like, and I asked him, and he confirmed. He said, yes, of course, if somebody is excited, I get excited. Before even knowing what's going on, right? Like, I told him, what about on a bus? Like, somebody gets excited, would you get it? He said, yes, but he's not an F person. I don't know. Maybe he's not super T, but he's an engineer. Come on. And he's fantastic. Like, he's a genius. He's super good. And he would read books that are literally have no emotional warmth. Like that book that was literally written for psychopaths. He was reading it. Literally a book literally titled something like How to Manipulate People. Literally. Not exactly that, but something that just means that. And I told him, this is a psychopath. This psychopath, only psychopaths would read this book. And he was like, it's okay, I can read. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. And that test was about your empathy level, okay? And he got a higher score than me. I got lower. Like I was borderline autistic or what? Well, that was 3 years ago, so it doesn't count anymore now. I'm definitely more, I think, more empathetic these days because I actually could feel it. Like when I used to see people cry, I would get annoyed. Literally, I hated to see adults cry. I thought I still feel this way, but the other day I was watching a speech, and the woman started crying. I didn't even know why she started crying. Okay. Before, even if I knew why this person started to cry, I would still get annoyed. But this time, I didn't even know why she started crying. I started wanting to cry. I literally started tearing up. So I knew this changed for me. But even if I do that test again, I would still choose annoyed if people cry. But that's because my knowledge about me is not really up to date. I would still think I'm still the old same person. Because in my imagination, I can imagine adults crying. I can imagine me getting annoyed. I don't know where this came from. I don't even know where this came. If children cry, I don't mind. Children cry. It doesn't annoy me because they're children, right? Because adults cry, why can't I stand adults? Because in my mind, in my head, adults are older than me. They're adults and I'm a kid. So if adults are crying, means something's very, very disturbing. And adults, if adults cry, meaning I can't really, like it doesn't feel safe. If adult is crying, it just doesn't feel safe. So maybe that's right. That's why I don't like it. I like to cry though. I don't consider myself an adult. Like, I don't identify as an adult. Literally. Maybe because of that, I look younger than my age as well. At least very often. It just makes me feel funny that he says, even if on a bus somebody suddenly gets excited, he would just get excited without knowing why. It's just so funny for someone that was reading a book called How to Manipulate People. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. It's so fun. It's so fun. Oh, I was so scared. I just checked the recording. Suddenly, I thought maybe what if the whole time I have had the microphone off? Because I could choose to have, like when I record, you could have two options. You can have the microphone on or off. Man, I just thought, oh God, maybe what if the whole time the microphone has been off? Because it happened many times before. It is a 2 hour, 3 hour now video with the microphone off. Fuck. How to manipulate people. Oh God, this is so funny. Where was I? Oh, definitely. Here. Well, I truly feel I belong more in the INFP categories, but maybe only because I don't really know about it. I've only seen INFPs fully being just me, like all my traits are INFP traits, I thought, for like 10 years. For the first time, I learned that they do not look for the ultimate truth. Really? I'm gonna ask in the server to see if it's true.